Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. JC here with another video on Action Taimanin. Today we're gonna check the special tickets that we're gonna receive this week and the next one for summer weapons. But before we start, don't forget to leave a like, share and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Also, comment on which weapons you're going to redeem with these tickets. So, first of all, something that I didn't mention on the update video is that we have this login bonus that is going to give us 2 tickets for 2 of the weapons. They are not divided into 2 different categories. It's a ticket for all the weapons. So that means that at the very least, we're gonna get one weapon as level 4 and another one as level 2, if we decide to go that route. So let's analyze what you can do with these tickets. Number 1, and most important, you want to get copies, different copies of the weapons to increase your armory in case you do not have 98% attack increase. So be sure to get copies of the weapons, but there are special conditions that you need to take into consideration. Look that I'm using 3 weapons from Shiranui, 3 weapons from Sakura, and 3 weapons from Rinko. One of them is going to be the premium weapon, the gacha weapon. As you can see, these and these are the gacha weapons, permanent weapons that we always have. The other 3 are going to be demonic weapons from events. These are given for free, but maybe you don't have, depending on how old you are, like how old of a player you are, maybe you don't have weapons that match the summer weapons. So yeah, for example, like last time on the last event we received weapons for Maika, Rin and Sora, and those 3 do not have summer weapons. So check in your inventory if you do have these weapons, because that's why we use them, to achieve this attack increase. And if you know, you can go beyond this, but you need the mileage weapons, and that's really expensive. So probably you're gonna go with this. And we need one more weapon. This is Astaroth weapon, but that shouldn't be that much of a problem. So yeah, the first thing that you want to do is to get weapons for your armory. If you already have this cover, then you can skip this part. If not, check what weapons you have. Give priority to getting weapons of the characters that you have demonic weapons of. If you have, for example, a mixture of premium and demonic weapons, get the summer weapon for the demonic weapon, because it's easier to get a premium weapon than getting a demonic weapon. The demonic weapons depends on the rerun, and we have already gotten a couple of reruns, so maybe you're not gonna get them. So that's one thing. The other thing that you can do with this one, let's see, is to, as a newer player, get the tickets. Where is it? Yes, here. Get the tickets and get an S level 4 weapon. If you were in the previous summer event, maybe you can get your weapon to S level 5, but in most situations it's just gonna be a beat stick, which isn't that great, because it can be maxed out unless you had previous copies or you use Demonite, which you shouldn't. And it's better to just use an arena weapon in that case. Like, maybe it looks appealing to get an S level 4 weapon at the start of the game, but trust me, it's not that important. With these weapons, you can get more value out of preparing your armory than using these as beat sticks. So that's another thing you can do. You can acquire them to get the beat stick. Then you can also acquire the ones that you like just for the skin. That's another thing. When you max level these ones, any weapon, you can just go to your favorite character, and here in the icon that we have here in the hexagon, you can equip the the skin of the weapon that you want to use. So if you like to use, like me, where is she? My Shiranui with this super silly swordfish, well, you can use that. It is very silly and I love it. So, yeah. So, that's another thing. The last thing that you can do with these tickets, let me check here, is that you can prepare for the ultimate spam strategy. Asagi Mania has a video on that, and you can further check his build. But I'm gonna mention like the basics about this strategy. For that, you should redeem the weapons for characters who are fast attackers. Sakura and Hebiko work well. If they buff themselves with speed buffs on green, that's even better. Rinko can work due to the amount of multi-hits. Do not get... Who? Like... Murasaki, yeah, I forgot her name for a moment. I mean, it can, but it's very niche and very difficult to actually make her gain a lot of particles, so I do not recommend it. Asuka could work, but it isn't my favorite for gaining particle charge. Kirara, Eleanor, and Phantasma are not good options for getting particle charge. Maybe Phantasma, because I haven't tested that. But Onisaki Kirara is very slow, and Eleanor, it's also kind of slow. Like, she's mid-range, but she's still kind of slow. Let's see. Asagi is a good option. Anna Rose is a good option. Lin is a good option for fast attackers. Yuki is okay due to the amount of multi-hits. Su, it's hilarious. I won't say it's bad. It's actually worth it just because using her ultimate gives you invincibility. So yeah, it is okay to build this one. Like, it is not for the ulti. Well, it is technically for the ulti spam, but it is different because you're gonna gain invincibility, and that's gonna give you survivability throughout the stage. Shiranui and Lapis, not recommended to get this one. They are not... Like, Shiranui could be fast and a fast attacker in green. I won't deny that. But it isn't my favorite. You basically, well, for all these strategies, you're going to use the basic enhancer, and I'm going to explain that in a moment. So, maybe Shiranui. It could. And Kurenai can work, for sure. Like, basically, all of these weapons, like, Shiranui is, like, kind of possible, but not the best. But all of these weapons from the special voucher number 1 are okay to get for the ultimate spam strategy. And from here, you want the one from Sakura, maybe Rinko, maybe Asuka. But you do not want Anchor Axe nor Hebiko-chan special. If you want them for the skin, that's fine. But if you plan to get them to S level 5, enchant them, and such, you want the other ones. So let me explain what you want to use in this kind of a strategy. So you want to use number 1, supporters that increase particle charge. For that, we're gonna use green, and there's options. Like, number 1, we have Momoko. We also have Momoko is gonna give you 50% particle charge speed increase. We also have, where is she? Hikage. Hikage increases the damage of weapon skills by 30% and increases particle charge by 50%. It is the same as Momoko. And then we have Maika. Maika is super important if you want to use the ulti spam strategy, because she, with the active, gives you 20% particles, and she also gives you 100% particle speed increase. So yeah, there's also more supporters that you can use. You can use, I think it's this one, Yui, which increases particle charge from attacks by 50%. Then we have Ingrid. Ingrid is probably one of the best, but there's a demerit. But it doesn't matter. Like, it decreases the ultimate damage by 50%. Let's see. Yeah, that doesn't change. And I guess that it's going to give me like 250% particle charge increase when maxed out. Like, you can use these strategies for weapon active, but if you are going to use the summer weapons, let's see, a summer weapon. I'm going to... perfect. The summer weapons have a very particular active that says, summon 5 water balloons, each perform a range attack of 1160 of damage that knock back the enemy. Yeah, they are not like super great. They can deal damage, yeah, but I do not recommend them. It's better just to use the ultimate. And in case you do not get this and you're watching the video for any reason, there's also the option for using the snake weapons, but the snake weapon stats are worse than the summer weapon stats. The effect is exactly the same, as you can see, increased particle charge from attacks by 150%, but the stats is completely different. It's like it's an SR. 3,326, 4,305, and this one is 2,773 and 3,313. Yeah. The stats are terrible. That's why I recommend the summer weapons instead if you want to use the ultimate strategy. And let me check. Yeah, we're missing another important thing. If you're going to use this, you should always equip... Sorry, it's thundering right here. So you should always equip the basic enhancer, because the basic enhancer is going to increase particle charge amount. And preferably, you use characters which give you either control over the enemy with their green builds, a speed increase also, and super armor. Like, those are the effects that you want. Super armor so that you don't get interrupted with your basic attacks. I mean, if the basic attacks have natural super armor, that's great. But they also need to be fast. Remember that, like, Murasaki is not going to work. You also need, like, let's see, Asagi. Asagi is a good example because she always is able to use Kojinka. And Kojinka is going to reduce the speed of the enemy, giving you the ability to move around and hit where they are not attacking. And you also get a speed increase. That's why I suggest Asagi is one of the best options for this strategy. You can also use Kurenai. She's also a great character to use for this strategy. Like, she has a good amount of super armor on her basics, as far as I remember. Like, yeah, if you use the basic enhancer, she's not gonna get interrupted that often. And you can also use Howling Wind, which has a ton of super armor. Let's see. Yeah, so basically you just want... I don't have like a character to show you this strategy. As I mentioned, you can check Asagi Mania if you want, because my summer weapons, if I'm not mistaken, they are not enchanted. Rarity, yeah. Like, I have this at S level 1, it's not enchanted. This S level 5, but it's not enchanted. And this is the only one that I have S level 5. I have this one. I have the fishing rod. Yeah, the fishing rod S level 2. So, yeah. I might prepare something when I enchant those weapons. But if you want to use the ultimate strategy, as I mentioned, it is basically required to have either Micah, Fire God Micah, or Ingrid, like normal Ingrid, the red Ingrid. If you don't, you're probably not going to use the ultimate strategy. Like, even if it has this demerit, it's completely okay, due to the fact that you're dealing a ton of damage and you're not using the timer. Like, that's the big appeal of the ultimate spam strategy, that you deal big hits without using the timer, because it stops whenever you use the ultimate. So yeah, those are the things that you can do with these tickets. So of course, let me know in the comments which one you're going to pick and what character you're going to use with them. Or if you're just going to get them for the skills, or if you're going to get them for the armory. So, that's about it for today, and I'll be seeing you next time. Bye!